600 federal agencies to, quote, expand citizens' opportunities to register to vote and obtain information about and participate in the electoral process. Agencies had 200 days to file their plans, and they have done so, but the Biden administration is keeping those plans secret. They've refused to respond to congressional inquiries on the topic. Now, why is that? No good reason. Mollie Hemingway, almost alone, has been looking into this. She's the editor-in-chief of the Federalist, also author of the book Rigged, How the Media, Big Tech, and the Democrats Seized Our Elections, which they have. She joins us tonight. Mollie, you wrote a great piece on this, which I hope that our audience will read. But summarize for us, if you would, what this is about. What's going on?
Yeah, so just as you said, President Biden issued an executive order telling all 600 federal agencies to submit plans about how they could engage in a federal takeover of elections. You might remember that when Democrats took control of the Senate and the White House, they had their signature legislation was a federal takeover of election administration. Now, they failed to do that. This appears to be something of a backup plan where they can get involved in all sorts of election-related activities using the bureaucracy. And there are so many problems with this. I mean, first and foremost, it's unconstitutional. The Constitution is very clear that it is given to state legislatures to handle election administration in their states. It's also really unethical. I mean, you noted that people are desperately trying to find out exactly what these plans are, and they're not being given details, but details are starting to come out. And it appears that at that point where government benefits meet with the people, they are taking advantage of that opportunity, you know, whether it's a homeless shelter or whether it's food distribution programs or health programs as a way to do this federal overtaking of election administration. And it also is a recipe for chaos and confusion. Each state has different laws, and the idea that federal bureaucrats who don't even necessarily do a great job with what they're supposed to be doing could manage all those intricacies is, it's delusional. And it's just a very disruptive thing to our system at a time when the entire country needs to have confidence and belief that the elections are secure.
Yeah. So they did the same with equity. They screamed racism loud. Elderly white people screamed about racism until they were allowed to control our elections. And Republicans gave them. Same story every time. And I appreciate your covering this almost alone. Mollie Hemingway.
I do want to say really quickly, there are people who are working very hard to get this information. They have filed lawsuits. Freedom of Information Act resets. Russ Vode of the Center for Renewing America has put in like 9 lawsuits. So hopefully something will happen from those.
God, you got to hope so. It's important. Mollie Hemingway of the Federalist. Thanks a lot. So a new video shows exactly what law enforcement in Uvalde, Texas was doing as a gunman murdered children in a nearby classroom. We almost don't want to show this to you because it's so awful, but you should know. So we will next.